Don't bother me, I'm working.
Welcome to Dance Therapy.
Don't bother me, I'm working.
It ain't had, nah, then your song wasn't
Working. Work.
Original, you know I'm original. You feeling the flow? I know you feeling the flow. I never did this before. When I'm killing the flow, I said I reel in the dough. You know I reel in the dough, and I'm still in the show. That's why I'm still in the show. That's why I'm feeling the show. I got good energy in all of my shows. Kicking on the shit like soccer. Doing it to death for my partners. We the people, but they calling us monsters. I got superstars all over my roster. Shaking up all of the imposter. You know I bring the fire like a rasta. You a hater, see you later, cause I lost you. Bye. Bang, 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 bang. They gon' be like, this my song. Send the shot to my DJ. He gon' play this all night long. Bang, 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 bang. They gon' be like, this my song. Ziggy, diggy, da, ziggy, diggy, da. Giddy, giddy, all night long. Y'all ain't heard it like this, but y'all don't do it like that.
Chap in the bando, I don't wanna look like you. My young boy get the Rambo, you be getting took right through. Gotta have scrams in a block car, you know what a hood might do. All my one feeling sugar trap car, we don't wanna look like you. Chap in the bando, I don't wanna look like you. Chap in the bando, I don't wanna look like you. Chap in the bando, I don't wanna look like you. Chap, look like you. Like you, look like you. Chap in the bando, I don't wanna look like you. Chap in the bando, I don't wanna look like you. In the bando, look like you.
Question? I'm so possessive, so I can rock necklaces. I'm so possessive, so I can rock necklaces. You mix that funky with that Creole, make a Texas bama. You mix that funky with that Creole, make a Texas bama. You mix that funky with that Creole, make a Texas bama. I'm a baby head with baby head and afro. I like my movies up with Texas vibe. I remember the funny, but they never take the country. I got hot sauce in my bag, swag. Y'all haters corny with a naughty mess. I'm so reckless when she dress. I'm so possessive, so I rock necklaces. My daddy Alabama, mama Louisiana. You mix that funky with that Creole, make a Texas bama. Sauce in my bag, swag. Okay, ladies, now let's get information. I say, okay, ladies, now let's get information. You know you damn thing, you cause all this conversation.
Majority rules, intelligent fools. PhDs in illusion, masters of mass confusion, bachelors of past illusion. Now who you choosing? The head of the tail, the bloodshed of the male, or confidence in the veil? Cause freedom, said it's freedom time now. Yeah. It's freedom, said it's freedom time now. It's freedom. I'ma be who I am. It's freedom time. Said it's freedom time. Everybody knows that they lied. Everybody knows they perpetrating inside.
Y'all can do that one more time for M.A.D E Stars. Welcome to the second annual Dance Therapy. This program was built upon the idea of dance as a form of therapy. I found that a lot of kids, it's not about dancing for a competition, it's not about winning a medal, it's more just dancing because you love to do it. More personally, this show is about my niece. It's dedicated to her. So I celebrate her life every day, but today especially for Nazerah Bugg. Can we make some noise for that? Yes. So, moving right along. Every year I try to bring somebody to Newark, New Jersey to share their story in dance. For myself, dance has taken me around the world and back. It's gotten me a lot of bills. It's been my love. It's been the thing that's always helped me through hard times and the thing that I've always, relied on upon my life. Whenever things get hard, the best thing I could do is dance. That's the most productive way that I have. So I want to bring people who have used their stories and have used dance to propel them towards different things. This next young man that I'm going to bring out for you tonight is special. He hails from Harlem, New York. One time for Harlem. All right, not that much. He hails from Harlem, New York. His name is Josh Johnson. He's been featured on the Ellen DeGeneres Show. He was one of the stars of Chloe Arnold's Syncopated Ladies. He's been around. But he started dancing on a train in New York City. He had a passion for this so much that he continued to work while he danced. He paid his way through college from dancing on the train in New York City. But I'm not going to talk too much because his story is so amazing. I'm going to let him tell his own story. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Mr. Josh Johnson.
People, how y'all doing? Great. I'd like to talk to y'all just real quick. Maurice came out here and gave a solid 5-minute and 55-second introduction on Josh Johnson. He mentioned oh, my bad, dude. He mentioned Harlem, New York. 2 people clapped. He mentioned Josh Johnson. 3 more people clapped. I came all the way from Harlem, took the PATH train and all, ran into a whole bunch of crazy people on the way. Right? I came out here to perform for y'all, and 4 people gonna clap for me? No. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
This is Newark, man.
My bad. I'm gonna get off stage with my New York self. I'm gonna reintroduce my damn self. If I don't get the love and respect I deserve here on this stage, it's gonna be a terrible show. That was rehearsal. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage now, all the way from Harlem, New York, get up on your feet. I'm from Harlem, New York, as I said. Graduated from Watley Secondary School for the Performing and Visual Arts. When I graduated, I was blessed with the opportunity to attend Penn State University. But for those of you that know Penn State, know it ain't cheap. So the way I thought about raising money for tuition is by street performing in New York City. And being born and raised in New York, you know, you're accustomed, if you're taking the MTA, you're accustomed to seeing street performers get on the train, do their set, and get off stage. But when you do it, you have to get on the train as a passenger, change into a street performer, make a speech, perform, and before the doors open up, and collect your money before the doors open up. So I used to do that, freshman, sophomore, and junior year. Then they wrote about it in the New York Times. When they wrote about it, it had a great domino effect to Diane Sawyer, the Ellen Show, multiple appearances on Ellen Show. I mean, I've done so much, Dancing with the Stars, Madison Square Garden, tours in South Africa, Michigan. And I've been really blessed, and I didn't know what was happening before I put on these shoes, you know, and I didn't know what was going to be the outcome once I put them on, but I'm truly blessed. So, what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna do a street performance set. So we gotta use our imagination. We're on the train. We're going from 72nd Street Broadway to 42nd Street Times Square. Yes? Yes. Okay, cool. So I get on the train, and I'm gonna do my set. Here we go. Boom, boom, stand clear to closing doors, please. Look at this one. What is in that cup is my question. No. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jay, and I will be doing a tap step called Tap Express. I am here this week from Penn State University, majoring in business marketing and communications. My story, my dance have been told on many different media platforms. There she goes. From Dancing with the Stars, The Ellen Show, Diane Sawyer, New York Times, Reader's Digest Magazine, Nickelodeon Choice Awards, the list goes on. 90% of you on this train right here, right now will not believe me. 90% of you also have a smartphone. Take it out of your pocket, Google search Josh Johnson tap dance. There will be a black, handsome, attractive, young, talented Penn State gentleman that pops up on your screen, your screen, your screen, your screen. So welcome to the underground. Killing me. Welcome to the Underground Tap Show. Show. But if you have nothing to give people, the show for you is free. But when I come around and collect donations, if and only if you stare at me, I will smile then proceed to stare at you back. Say good job. Well done. Thank you for sharing. How's your last semester? When are you going to graduate? Things of that nature.
yourself, just know you'll never be alone. Hope that you get everything you want and that you chose. I hope that it's the realest thing that you ever know. Hope you get the pretty girls as pretty as LA. $1 million clothes and $1 million dreams. When you get it all, just remember one thing. You know one thing. One man can change the world. One man can change the world. One more time for Josh Johnson, please. One more time. Hey, Josh, come back here, man. M.A.D Tap, come on out here. Josh, come on back out here. There you go. There you go. No. Tell them Pat everyone all night. Come on out. Well, hey, since you're here, I'd like to welcome you. Hey, guys, let's do a little shim with you. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Well, we've had Harlem represented. All right, let's move it right along. I want to close this set out. Since I'm such a Jerseyan and Jersey to my heart, I want to bring up the young Jersey club queen. Her name is Princess M.A.D.E. Now, check this out. Make some noise. She's about to rock this. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm not going to talk too much. Princess M.A.D.E, here she is.
Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet to go over everything. They say the time's supposed to heal you, but I ain't done much here. Hello, can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million.
Y'all can do better than that. Give us some love. Get out your seats. Thank you. This next piece is very near and dear piece. It is dedicated to my niece who was killed in a drive-by in Paterson, New Jersey. Her name was Nazerah Bugg. This happened last year. Everybody likes this piece, and it was the hardest piece for me to ever do in my life. I thought of her, I couldn't stop thinking of her, from anybody in my family, but this is not just about my family. This is about your family as well. This is a problem that our community deals with every day. Every day. And when it hit so close to home to me, I couldn't imagine how someone would feel, and that this happens on the regular. We have a gun problem in this country. We have a gun problem in this country. Anytime a 15-year-old can get a gun, and anytime anybody, one story that stuck out to me this year is the young man who had a shoe store in Broadway. And they didn't take anything, they just shot him because they was jealous. Like, can you imagine? How did this kid get a gun? Who gave him a gun? We're dealing with so much. A funny story of mine was last week I did a benefit for the kids of Flint, Michigan, and the water situation there. And like when I came home, like when I went to Flint, I go to Flint every year. And when I came home this year from Flint, I was like, we need to donate. Flint is really going through it. People from Jersey are like, oh, that ain't us. That ain't gonna happen to us. Whatever. Yeah. Never gonna happen. So I did the benefit last week, and then this week I went to work. I work at a school in the area, and when I walk in, I see all of these cases of water. I was like, what? Why are those cases of water here? I walk in, like one of my coworkers, that look that you give your coworker, like, yo, it's on, like it's about to happen. She looked at me, I looked back at her, I said, what is going on? And then the next thing I hear there's a high level of lead in Newark Public Schools' water. So I say that to say, sometimes we think that it could never be us, but we're no different than anybody in this country. It's no different. What did Martin Luther King says? Injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. Help me out here. Did I say it right? Yeah. Not no justice, no peace. No. I say that to say that it's a time for us to pull together. And as an artist, my job, not only as an artist, is to give back. These kids that you see on these stage, most of them I've been teaching since they were 8, 9 years old. My art form is an art form of folklore. It's passed down through word of mouth. So these young people have dedicated so much to this art form of tap. And we are celebrated everywhere but home. I can go to Europe, I can go anywhere, and they will come take a class, and they'll come to a show, but I'll come home and give a class for free, and one person to show up. Art is important, especially in our community. Art is very important. I'm a big fan of our mayor, Maurice Chestnut. I'm a big fan of him. I think he's very intelligent. And I was listening to him one day, and he said one of the biggest fighter of crime is literacy. And whenever I talk to him, he says the arts is what enforces literacy. And that's the first thing that they take out your school is the art program. You have to you have to say something. You have to go to that school and make sure that they do not take your art program. We have to stand together. So this piece is not just for my niece and my family, but it's for you. It's for our community. Our community needs something. Our kids are frustrated. The first thing that they do if they can't sit down is want to give them medicine and tell them that they're crazy. There's something wrong with them. And there's nothing wrong with them. They just need an outlet. So my outlet has always been tap dance. And I just felt like if I could help other people with that art form, my mother's sacrifices were fulfilled. The hours of dance and, yeah. And this is a sacrifice, not just for the student, but for the parent. Somebody got to pick them up. All right, don't get too happy. Here y'all y'all go. But no, this piece is dedicated to youth gun violence in America. But once again, this piece is dedicated to my niece, Nazerah Bugg, and her name will live forever.
In my life, you rather just push me to the side where you could just give me what I want. That's all I ask. I don't need you. Mama said don't ever depend on no man, and I will never depend on you. I hate you. I hate you. Ooh, I hate you. And this water tastes funny.
Roses to some people may be positive or uplifting, but roses to me just means another funeral. You'd have thought a 12-year-old like me wouldn't have to deal with death so much, but death is just another thing to me. First my brother was killed, then my cousin, and now my best friend. I'm at the hospital and I just got the news. The doctors looked at me as if something was wrong because I didn't cry. I just looked at them, said thank you. Since I have nothing better to do, I might as well tell you the stories on how my loved ones passed. First up is Craig. Craig was out getting us some ice cream when he got in an argument with the guy who cut in front of him. So I guess when the guy left, he told his friends about the petty argument, and Craig ended up getting shot. Next is Ricky. Ricky was at a bus stop, and she was just wearing the wrong color. Now is Tanya, my best friend. Tanya was out playing some basketball, and on her way home, she was caught in a crossfire. I have nothing else that reminds me of her, but balloons, a teddy bear, candles, and of course roses next to a basketball. I really think my question is never be answered. Is she next? Is he next? Are you next? Or I next?
The fatal shooting of Nazerah Bugg, a 14-year-old Patterson girl who was shot and killed while hanging out with a group of friends last month. Well, the prosecutor's office is now saying that that fatal shooting is a retaliation shooting for a shooting that happened earlier that day. So it changes to the big county prosecutor's office because they say that they have
When boys and girls, big and small, young and old, come together, it's quite astonishing. Everyone gathered to celebrate life, freedom, love. That's just it, isn't it? It's love that rules all, not money, not power, not fame. So let us lead the songs, lead the chants, the dances, the marches, the conversations with love. One night we'll be sitting on a hill, under the lights in the sky, and wonder why we're here. On that night, I'd like to have an answer. So here's to love in all its forms, and to the colors of each of us in our own parades. The revolution has begun.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we'd like to thank you for coming to Dance Therapy. Once again, we have Kira Durfee, Tatiana Corbin, Shannon Thaler, and Emma Biggle, Kyle Wilder. This will be our last piece of the night. It's entitled Nazerah's Dream. Thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah. We've been so happy to do this that they invited us back to come here the 25th. So if you know somebody that wants to come see this show, come back March 25th. We will be doing this again. Thank you.